Hey, what's up? Hello, my name is Julia, and welcome back to Just Talks with Julia. Today, I'm joined with Sam and Carson, and we're going to talk about happiness. So let's see where it takes us. Ladies, do you have any first minute thoughts of what we're going to talk about or what's happening right now? No, cool, cool. So happiness. um. Okay. So first question: what makes you happy? Which is so broad, I know, but what makes you happy? Thoughts go.
Little things.
Yeah.
I agree though. Okay, specifically anything you can like think of on the top of your head. You're like, if this were to happen right now, I would be like so thrilled, so happy.
I think seeing my friends and family that I haven't seen in a while always makes me happy. The like little reunion moment that you get.
Like the actual moment of like seeing someone, you're like, ah, yes.
Yeah.
Sam, anything? Well, you're right now not home, so I'm sure like being with family right now will probably make you happy.
Yeah. Family, friends, my dog. Um, um, I don't know. And then again, like the little things, like just like little moments that are just like, I feel like it's hard to like pick like the time, like to describe it. It's, like in the moment, it's just like, oh yeah, like this is like, I'm happy, you know?
You really like sunsets, not right, sunsets. So I
Sunset.
feel like that's one of those things that like whenever you're like in your room and you see the sunset, you're like, ah, yes,
Mm-hmm.
like a little thing of happiness. And I think for Carson right now, she could be with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's not here, so I feel like that would make her pretty happy. So I think it's like the small things. I agree 100%. It's hard to pinpoint a moment. I think like little things like I have a little nephew. I actually have three, but one is like nearby in the United States, so it's easier to see him. And I feel like certain things he says, I'm like, I didn't even know you knew how to say that, and that makes me happy. Like he's growing up. Or sometimes I'll go on a walk outside because like I'm just so frustrated at home and like overwhelmed. And like seeing a little plant, I'm like, oh, look how pretty it is. Like, oh. So I agree, it's the little things. Or like Canvas, I don't know if this happens for you guys. When I submit something into Canvas, there's confetti.
Yeah.
That's exciting. The first time that happened, I was so ecstatic. I was like, no, I got used to it, but it's still like pretty exciting. You feel like you did something, and that's cool. So I think it was a nice touch that they added, which again, so small and probably so easy to like edit that, but it makes you happy. The next thing, which probably is going to be just as hard to answer and pinpoint a moment, but it's when are you the most happiest? Like when are you like peak happy? Like I'm gonna burst in happy tears. Anything that you can like really pinpoint right now, or like something that comes into mind?
My birthday. When my past birthday specifically, like not just like every year, but like last year, every time I think about that day, I literally just get like so overwhelmed with like how much love I felt and how happy I was. And I literally just had like the people that mean the most to me all in one place at the same time, which never happens because like my roommates are up there half the time, and then my boyfriend's in a different state, and then you guys are different colleges, and just having everybody that I love most in the same room with me, like just hanging out and eating pizza and like singing was literally like over the moon.
Yeah.
Definitely. I so just like I agree with that. That was and it wasn't even my birthday, but it was still just pretty cool just to like I guess get out of our bubble, like home and like school and like get away for a little bit and then just like chilling. Just like we had a few things that we needed to get done at certain times, but like we were chilling, like living the moment, enjoying it, hanging out, like reminiscing on old things, but then talking about all the new things. Like it was just a good time with good people, and I think that's like a pretty good pinpoint, like happy moment. Sam, is there anything like you can pinpoint?
I love just like, there's something about being home for me that's just like so like, like the happiness I feel being home is like, it's so like, I don't even know how to explain it because like it's something that like here like I guess I don't feel as much because like And then as soon as I go home and like I'm eager, like my 5-hour car ride like home, I'm like I can't wait to be home. And, like I see like the exit sign on the highway and I'm like, let's go. Like we are there, we've made it. Like the mood instantly changes as soon as I get off the highway. Like I just like feel so like I feel so happy. And I'm like, because like I don't know if it's like just like I don't know, there's something about like being home and I guess like knowing exactly where you are and like your way around and things like that is like so I find like so much comfort in that. But I also
It's
don't.
comfortable and it's home. It's like the house is different than a home. Like a home is like love and family and friends, and you're at a house, you're at college, and I think also when you come home, because you're not home all the time, there's something special about it. Like the distance makes it, you enjoy it more, you give it more. Okay, help me put words together. You like it makes it more special. Like it like since you're not, you don't take it for granted at that point.
No, the feeling, like going off what Sam said, when you walk into Publix or Target at home and you know where everything is. Like, I go to the Publix at school, like, no joke, like maybe once a semester, maybe twice. And I know where nothing is. And then I walk into the Publix over here and I'm just like, home, home.
You know the same workers, you know where everything is. Like blindfold me and I know my way. I think that's pretty solid. Since I'm home all the time, my Publix and my Target are still my home, and like and my family's still around. So I think like mine, of course, like family, but I think mine goes more for you guys. Mine like is when I get to be with you guys and forget family, forget school, forget like all the drama that come not drama, but like the stresses that come from that and like getting away from that for a little bit and like, oh, this is what like college life is about. Like, ha ha ha. Like, I feel so grown and like so like into it. I'm like, yeah, this is like cool. This is fun. Which again could be different.
You get like an escape,
Exactly.
a little outlet.
Exactly. And for you guys like coming home, and for me, it's cool going out because it's like I get to live a little bit of what you guys live, and I think that's cool. Like seeing like you guys literally do whatever you want whenever you want. No one's there to like tell you otherwise. Like, what a time. So I think that's cool. I think another point that I'm like pretty happy is seeing other people happy. Like for some like reasons, like personal family reasons, my dad was like crying and he never cries. And I was so worried. Homie was like happy crying. Seeing him happy cry went from like me being so worried to me being like so chill. I'm like, oh my God, thank God you're happy. Like you got me so worried, or like just like little things like that. Like seeing someone like I was doing an Easter thing this past Easter, and this little girl came late, so there was no more Easter eggs. But me being a Brazilian, knowing people are late, I saved a couple of like the eggs. I'm like, someone's gonna be late, and then I was right. Of course, there was someone late, and the girl was so sad. I don't know the girl. I don't know her parents, but when they weren't looking, I went and put the eggs out. When the girl turned and I saw how happy she got, like she was old, like older, so maybe she knows that the Easter Bunny's not real. But like her, oh sorry, I mean the uh, I'm an employee of the Easter Bunny. Easter Bunny called me up,
Mhm.
and the Easter Bunny told me to do that for her. So as I was saying, since the Easter Bunny told me to do that, I put out the eggs and having her like turn around like where did they come from? Like like that was like such a pure small moment, but like she was happy and her parents were happy that I did that. And that made me happy. Like just seeing her excitement. Small things. So
It's cute.
thanks. I was really proud of myself too. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I was like, you gotta know your Brazilians and your Hispanic people. Um, the next thing is what's needed to be happy, or I would like to talk about what's needed to be happy, which this can I don't know where this is gonna go, but I have a follow-up question for this one. So anything that you guys think is needed to be happy?
I think a good mindset, like a positive outlook. If you're constantly negative and looking down on everything, it's going to be a lot harder to find happiness in the little things. Whereas if you have more of an open, positive outlook on everything, you're going to find happiness and like joy in the cute little things.
That's a pretty
I
good
don't think it's like a physical thing that you have to be happy. I think it's definitely just like a mind thing. Like you have to be like, well, today's gonna be like, wake up. If you wake up and you be like, today's gonna be a good day, like it's gonna be a good day. Like you can make it be a good day. You can find like the little things in it that will like make it better, even if it doesn't necessarily start off great or something like that.
I definitely agree. It's like a mindset. Like, I feel like if you're stuck in traffic, like that sucks. But like, if you put on that one good song that you like you take that time to like just be happy in the moment and like enjoy the car ride and like look outside. Like that sucks. You're not going home as soon as you wanted to, but at least like you made the best of the situation, and then you can find that like bit of happiness. Because I feel like if something were to happen when you're having a bad day, like that thing is just extra worse. But if you're having a good day and that same thing happens, you're just like, "Oh, like whatever, like it's fine."
I feel like there's so much in life that you can't control. Like the one thing you can control is your attitude and how you react to different things.
Preach, Carson. Preach it. Preach it to the people. But that's true. Like you can't. Okay, so I heard recently this past weekend, you can't control the news that comes to you, but you can control the report. So shout out to Pastor Bennett at Oceanside Church, but that's what he was preaching about. But it was about like you can't control what the like something happens in a country or whatever. All the news outlets will report on this, but how they report on it is so differently for all of their scenarios. So you're never getting the true news. So like if something happens, like what you do with it, it's on you. Like you control the report. You control if you want to make it a really bad thing or if you want it to make it a really good thing. Like of course some situations are worse than others, but whenever you can control like your outlook on it, I think that helps on your happiness levels and like everything else. I feel like it's very reciprocated. I feel like when someone smiles, like your first instinct is to smile back, even if you're having the crappiest day. So once again, like the smallest things, like when someone opens the door, like they didn't have to, like you know. But going off of that, Sam, at the very beginning of this, you mentioned that it's not physical and it's like moments. So the next question was, does money buy happiness? Which is such a famous thing. But does money buy happiness? What's your thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like it doesn't directly make you happy. It's like the things it takes off of you. So like you're not as stressed about things because you have the money to like, oh, like make sure you like can pay your rent and like whatever, like you have the money to do that. Like you're not stressed about it. And like it gives you somewhere to like live, but whatever. But like I feel like if you didn't have money, you could still find happiness in things, you know?
I think it can give you very temporary happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially with like today's world and how we always want the next thing and always want the next best thing, gotta have it. Like you get something and then you're so excited about it and you're so happy, and then 24 hours later you're like, okay, next thing.
Garbage. Yep.
Like it's not gonna give you like permanent like happiness from it.
I think it's yeah, I 100% agree. I think it's like just like liking or posting something on Instagram and getting all that feedback. It's the adrenaline rush, endorphins.
Endorphins.
Thank you. Endorphins. It's like the endorphins that comes, or like when you order something off of Amazon and it comes the next day, like how excited you are about it. But like that's like who cares the next day? Like you moved on a week later, like you don't even know where that thing is. It's just dusting in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And like Sam said, I think it definitely helps. Like I'm not saying if you don't have money, like it can be tough. But like if you're struggling financially, like it can cover some things and it does make you feel calmer because then not only are you stressing about the situation, but you're also stressing that you don't have the money to help that situation. But I feel like not like money doesn't buy full-time happiness. Like at the end of the day, like do you want to go to the grave with money or like with good memories and happy type of thing? Like your money is garbage when you're in the grave. Like nothing's gonna happen. Which is like total turn, pivot. But like if someone told me that and I was like, damn, you're right. Like having being a billionaire but not having anyone to like enjoy your birthday with or not having like someone to call when you're stressing out over something silly but you just need to get it off your chest, like who cares at that point? Like money is not a friend.
I
But
think
you
we
know,
live in the same earth.
So, okay, cool, good talk. So money doesn't buy happiness. It can help, but it doesn't buy like happiness as a chunk. And then the next one, I think it's gonna take a little thinking, but I think it's silly because the next one is what's something silly that makes you happy. So something that's not conventional, or that's some like, which I think we kind of talked about, which is like looking at like the sunrise or like the sunset and just like taking in that moment. But is there something like silly that you can think of that like it's like no one else would think this is funny, but probably me, but now I'm happy about it? Is there anything that comes into mind? I couldn't think of anything on the top of my head, but maybe you guys have.
I would say flowers. I'm so excited when I see flowers. I don't know why. Like it's just a plant. But like if I'm like every time I take my dog for walks, there's this one mailbox on the other side of the neighborhood that has like flowers around it, and every single time she has to stop. She stops and sniffs it every time. It makes me so happy. It's so cute. It's like so silly.
Right? It's something that like the person that owns that mailbox doesn't know, but it brings you happiness and it also brings your dog happiness. Shout out to Minnie, a cutie. But oh, here she is. But she's just chilling. But I agree. I think it's like sometimes I'll be walking around my neighborhood and I see like little ducklings or like the little mom was like a duckling and I'm like, yes, girl, you take care of your little kid. Like you make sure it doesn't leave your sight and you take care of it. And like the duckling goes running away and I'm like, no, come be with your mom. Like don't run away. Like be safe. But like that makes me happy just like seeing the little creature like do its little thing. The other day I saw a little squirrel, a baby squirrel, like running across the street. Like little dude, where's your mom? Like you can't be running across the street like that. But, like putting like little life into the little animals and like fun. So I agree. Animals and like plants, they're cool. Enjoy the moments. Sam, anything still you can think of?
I don't know how silly it is. I like really like the sky is something that like genuinely like it doesn't even matter how like even if it's like gloomy outside, there's something about like just looking at the sky and like the weather that like makes me happy. Even if it's like rainy and gross, or whatever. But like I don't know, like when the clouds look nice, like that's like oh like so happy.
I think your obsession over the sky is much greater than my obsession. But I do enjoy like the clouds and stuff. One day I was coming home with my mom and there was like this dark cloud right above us. But we live in Florida, no hills. So we have a trash mountain. So there's the trash mountain. There's like this super dark cloud and the sun's kind of setting. I thought it was the most beautiful sight ever. And I told my mom, I'm like, look how pretty it looks. And she's like, where are you seeing like 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 it's a it's a trash mountain and a dark cloud that's about to rain. Like I don't understand. But I'm like isn't like I don't understand how you're not seeing how pretty it is. Like I don't get it. So I do think it depends on the perspective you take on it. And just like I thought it was cool. Like how did that cloud get there? Like mysteries of the world. Don't go geologically on me. Like I don't really care. But like mysteries of the world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you for my story time. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thanks. Um, 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 one last question. So, how do you define happiness? Again, hard questions. But how do you define happiness? But I don't know. Like, I think happiness. I could also be wrong, but I saw something like years ago, like like old Tumblr days. Like it takes less muscles to like smile than it takes to like frown. Is that factual?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, but like I feel that hurts more. But I guess I'm not sitting down frowning all the time, which I guess is good. But I feel like it's like a feeling in like your heart and your body. Like you get like really I don't know how to define it. But it's like a feeling of pure joy. Like you're unstoppable and like the world is good and like nothing can like disturb you in that moment. I don't know. That's as much as I can get into words.
I content,
Mhm.
like at peace. That's like another way to describe it.
How do you describe contentment then? It's like,
Like at peace. Like I don't need anything more in this moment. Like I'm good with like everything that's like right now.
Like, do you think you could be happy and still have like bad days? Would you still be happy on those bad days?
I think that goes back to more of like your outlook. Because like say like you fail a test, right? Like from like that moment after, like you're not gonna be happy that you failed the test, but like you could either be like, okay, what did I do? What can I do differently? How can I improve on this? Or you could sit there and be like, wow, I failed that test, and then beat yourself up about it all day. So I feel like that's
learn from it.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point, and I think it's also the outlook of you can't be happy all the time, and you need the highs and the lows to understand that. So if you're always happy, like you become numb to that, and then you're not happy anymore. Like you're just normal. So I feel like though it sucks having the bad days, but I think it makes the good days better. It makes you appreciate the good days. And I think, like Carson said, I feel like you can shorten the days of bad days if you're always trying to make it a positive. Like you could be really bummed for like a week, but if you have a good outlook on it, maybe you're only bummed out for like 2 days instead of 3 days or 5 days or whatever. Like you can try to shorten that and learn from your mistake or learn from the moment and make sure it doesn't happen again, type of thing. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Okay. That's all my questions for today. That's all my questions on happiness. Definitely a little different. How did you guys feel about my questions for today?
more thought-provoking.
Definitely not an easy answer, and everyone finds happiness differently. But I think we can all agree that like happiness over sadness all day. Like, why be sad when you can choose to be happy and like look at life differently? And it's contagious. So go smile at a stranger. You can make someone's day better.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the takeaway. Smile at strangers. Are you guys happy now? You can see my beautiful face.
Yeah.
No, but like for real, like I feel like I'm doing okay. Had a few bad days last week, but I think I'm doing better. I think I'm I think it's cool seeing you guys, so I think that makes me happy. So I think that helps. You guys are pretty content. Carson's home with the dog, so I feel like you would be pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, on spring break, but even though it's spring break, I have an assignment due tonight.
Oh, okay.
But I'm happy to just like have a chiller week. Don't really have to think about school besides, tonight. After that.
Well, after tonight, you're free, so that's all that matters. And you can do literally nothing if you choose to, or you can go on a run and like do whatever you want to, or go to your Publix.
My new class.
Sam, how you feeling?
Good. I mean, yesterday I was a little sad. Like I had like a little moment, and I was like sad, and then I texted my mom and like you'll be home soon. Like it's fine. Like I think it's just like the semester ending and like knowing that I have like what I have to do left. It's like getting to me, but I also don't want to do anything either. Like it's like the motivation's not there, but it's like I just know I need to get through these next 3 weeks, and then like
Yeah.
good, and then I get to go home. So it's like you can do it, but at the same time, like I was just like thinking about it. It's like I just don't want to do it. So, but pretty good. I mean, I'm just looking forward to this semester being over.
Agreed. 100% agreed. But okay, ladies. Well, once again, thanks for talking to me and hanging out with me. Hope to see you guys real soon in person and stuff. And if you got, well, I don't even know what to tell them. Let us know what the definition of happiness is. Or like,
that brings you happiness.
ooh, maybe you can help us get happy too. Tell us the little things. Tell us the big things. Tell us anything that makes you happy. Answer one of the questions down below. And again, if you want to be a part of this, let us know. If you have any questions, let us know. If you like them, let us know too. This is Sam. This is Carson. And other than that, thumbs up. A thumbs up, fun fact, brings us a lot of happiness. So if you thumbs up the video, will be ecstatic. So, thumbs up the video, leave a comment down below about something that relates to the topic of today. Let us know if you have any other questions, concerns, considerations, topics to talk about. And we'll see you in the next one, I guess. I don't know, maybe they'll be around, maybe it will be someone else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. A new topic, new people, or same people, we'll see. Let us know if you like them. Maybe you hate them and you don't want them back. Oh, sorry. I like them. So hopefully they like you too. I don't know. You guys are pretty cool. Okay, anyways. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Carson, for participating and talking to me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.